The remains of missing mother Suzanne Morphew were found more than 3 years after she was last seen, and the remains were positively identified Wednesday. According to the Colorado Bureau of Investigation, Morphew was last seen 3 years ago on Mother's Day, May 10, 2020. Her disappearance made national headlines and the investigation was featured on the CBS News program 48 Hours. Suzanne Morphew left behind 2 teenage daughters and her husband, Barry Morphew, who was not only the prime suspect in disappearance but was also charged with Suzanne Morphew, according to CBI. The remains were found during a search on Sept. 22 and were positively identified as Morphew of Chaffee County by El Paso County coroner on Wednesday. Investigators were searching the Moffat area in Saguache County for an investigation unrelated to Morphew's disappearance when the remains were discovered. While this case has garnered attention from around the world, it has deeply impacted our community and the sheriff's office. Chaffee County Sheriff John Spetze said in a statement, "We have never stopped our investigation and will continue to follow all leads in the pursuit of justice for Suzanne. No arrests have been made since the bodies were found. While locating Suzanne's remains is a critical component of this investigation and for her family, we are faced with many more questions than answers. And it would be poor form to hold a press conference at this time," Spetze said in statement. The public is encouraged to continue reporting any information regarding this case by calling 3,127,530. Earlier this year, Barry Morphew filed a lawsuit seeking $15 million, saying he was wrongfully accused of his wife's disappearance and that she had a presumption of death. At the time, the case involves Chaffee County Sheriff's Office, and several investigators involved in case, including those working for Colorado Bureau of Investigation and FBI. Suzanne disappeared after leaving her home for a bike ride on Mother's Day 2020. And what happened next remains a mystery. His bike was found in a steep ravine off Chaffee County Road 225 off Highway 50. Deputies said the bike did not appear to be involved in a crash and there was no blood at the scene. After her disappearance, Barry Morphew told CBS News Colorado he believed she had been kidnapped. During the investigation into her disappearance, friends told detectives that Suzanne and Barry had argued about finances and that Suzanne may have had a boyfriend. Investigators recovered documents from Suzanne's eCloud account as part of the evidence. One of these documents was a list titled, "Complaints," that Suzanne prepared on May 8, 2020. It contained notes such as a wedding ring that Barry allegedly took and melted at one point. He also recorded women on Facebook who Barry said were good for business, as well as an incident in Mexico where Barry took her phone and tried to look at her. On the morning